in the stream key at the top. And usually that's a bad omen to have an ouch. I don't know if the two negate each other or if we're gonna end up having like Suitless Meridian with like and then Varia Shack Tool. Who knows?
But it looks like the runners are starting off now, and Fiesel has already synced them up.
Yep. Shoutouts to Fiesel. Who's gonna moonfall?
Nobody, apparently. Sadly.
So, looks like they've only scheduled one race for right now. They will have up to 2 more races after this, and this is in the losers bracket, so whoever loses this best of 3 will be eliminated from the tournament, and the winner will have the pleasure of going up against the number 3 seed, Feral 5X. Many of you know him from running Sideways Troid at Awesome Games Done Quick in January.
So, Seed is already giving out bombs, so it looks like there will be a BT fight.
Yeah, nice.
But since bombs are here, then that means that the Seed has a chance of not giving out power bombs really early, which could make things interesting. For some reason, power bombs always seem to spawn that first missiles, but it might not.
Yeah, it's got to give you some way to progress through the northwest corner of Parlor, so you know it doesn't want to give you screw attack or speed boosters, so it'll give you power bombs instead. But yeah, with morph bombs being there, we might not see power bombs for a while. We could even see the only available power bomb pack at I don't know, the guy
Warfare.
Like Spore Spawn. Although they could get to Spore Spawn without fighting him.
And it looks like just that is happening. The power bombs were not in Blue Bryn Star, so power bombs can be anywhere now.
Yep. I'm sure the runners will want to check at least the Old Mother Brain Tank. Be able to get down there.
We might even see a gauntlet check with bombs, because
that's a good point.
There are 2 minors there and a major.
Yeah, that's true. They might want to find power bombs there.
And Sloater's skipping.
Sloater's already skipped, yeah. Let's see if that.
Looks like neither of them want it.
Yeah, we'll see if this risky play plays out well for them. But Sloater's having an excellent time with the climb. Diddy right on his heels.
And I guess as expected, with skipping the Mother Brain Tank, there's Sloater's isn't going to be checking Dental Plan.
No,
or whatever you
230
call
missiles.
them.
Cavity missiles.
Cavity missiles.
Yep.
And high jump. That's this looks like a seed for you, Cross.
Awesome. They can use that to kill this guy. Although high jump boot's gonna screw them up if they try to do early gauntlet, but that's fine. They can always turn them off. Sloater's opting to finish off Bomb Terizo with 3. Normally it would take 800. Do supers do double damage?
Yeah, they do double damage.
So it would be a super and 2 regular missiles, huh?
Yeah.
He shot him like 4 times. Oh, the high jump Alcatraz escape. That's going to be a tricky one.
I also noticed that Sloater's got chipped up by a high jump and leaving Bomb Terizo. And yeah, he's just gonna do it the normal way. Or the intended way.
Alright, Sloater's at least probably wants to find an E-tank over here in the Terminator room before going back to check Gauntlet. It's a really risky area to go. Mumu almost getting the high jump Alcatraz. Sloater's is going to continue on the Brinstar. Mumu missed the wall. That's alright. The worst is when you like lay a power bomb down and it misses the block you were trying to break by like a couple pixels, and you're like, ugh.
That's something I mainly notice when going through Brinstar.
Moo Diddy just going all William Nilliam with his missiles there, shooting them all over the place. Alright, I want to ask you, Bips, are you a fan for or are you against? Oh, nice little Kago there. Are you for or against? Wow, did you know you could Kago on those flea market things? Are you a fan of opening the pink door that leads to the steamy corridor on your way through the first time?
I usually don't do it, but it's nice.
A vanilla empty juice box. Oh, there's a power bomb pack they need. Just in time too, because they'll want to use that to get the Edikun item. But I doubt we'll see any actual Edikuns though, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on your tastes. I like them rare. As in, I don't like to see them.
And he doesn't seem to care about the E or the reserve.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an E-tank already. Peh. The high jump boots is going to make it easier for them to get the blue gate item in Pink Brinstar.
Also, new emote.
We got a nope tank emotes. We got a new one. That's funny.
Uh-oh, looks like Sloaters is might fall into the pit. Okay, he just did a mock ball.
What? Okay. Oh, he was ducking. It looked like it was just Samus's torso, and I thought the other half was in the fake blocks there. That's kind of funny. But anyway, I do like to open the pink door that leads to the steamy corridor my first time through. That way, if I have to stop at the ship and refill on my supers, I'll still have full supers when I get to Tourian. But I see most of the top runners not actually doing that, so I kind of question my life decisions. But
yeah, the room Sloaters is in right now is the one I noticed missing the power bomb explosion on these blocks he's blowing up right now.
Yeah, and I was just kidding, guys. The flea market guys are actually called Kagos. And that was the first instance where early speedrunners discovered you can clip through enemies and such. That's why we call it Kagoing.
I guess it really is a flea market, though. Nice little setup, using a wall jump check there.
Ooh, nice beam. Maybe we already skip a minor item? Or did he get it already?
Nah, he skipped it.
Oh, he's a little low on health, but he'll be fine. Wait, what is this setup Mumu's doing? Huh. Never seen it quite done that way. Usually I just morph into the corner and then turn around all morphed. No speed booster yet, so they won't be able to check the flooded basement, but an awesome item.
Already validating the run.
And now they just need to kill Shaq Tool.
Oh, don't kill Shaq Tool.
It'll be very validated.
Don't listen to cross product.
Yo, is that one of the Easter eggs? Fusda, if you're listening, and this is not yet already one of the Easter eggs, one of the Easter eggs should be going in the Shaq Tool's room if you try to save the animals. And you have to wait for him to dig through the wall during the escape timer. That'd be great.
Just casually waiting for him to finish digging.
Yeah, but if you had already checked tool. Oh, Sloaters is gonna go, yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't do what I did in my match and
Die.
just completely screw this up.
Yeah. Though he does have, or maybe he just wanted to farm power bombs. But he's got regular bombs, so.
It will be a bit different with high
Maybe he
jump
wants to
bomb,
farm
though.
health. Yeah. He's got Ice Beam though, so he's got options at least. Oh, he's trying to farm health, I think, to make it safer, but then he just took a whopping 60 damage from those spikes. See, the problem with, yeah. Uh-oh, he's hit the spike.
Okay.
There's a little safe spot he can land on. Here, freeze the guy! Oh. Has he got it? Wow,
Looks
really
like he
nice
has
display.
But he doesn't have the health to get back, though.
Maybe he'll get grapple
Unless he
beam.
does some weird stuff. Well,
Hey!
at least he can get out. That was a really nice early X-ray.
Color me impressed.
And looks like Moo Moo is just gonna head back with grapple beam as well.
Yep, they'll high five the bottom of red tower here, unless Sloaties goes up.
I would doubt it, since he doesn't really have, he can't get one of the items.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of people like to have speed booster go on their wreck ship, just so that they're not leaving the item behind, but I think the knowledge is worth going up there anyway. Although I hate going up there just because I'm terrible at Fantoon. Like, I can fight Ridley and like get hit once, maybe like once or twice during the whole fight, almost every time. But Fantoon, like, I always cut it close, and I always end up spending like 10 minutes on Fantoon. Mumu Diddy trying to tickle the Firefly, but Firefly is not ticklish.
Personally, I'm not a fan of early wreck ship.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just that I'm so much better at Ridley than Fantoon is one big factor. Plus, like, there's so many more items in Norfair. Which is one of the reasons they put one of the Norfair items in wreck ship, but eh.
And Moo Moo picking up his grapple beam.
Yeah, he's probably smacking himself on the forehead.
Or
now.
not grapple beam, E-tank.
Oh yeah.
bad.
Oh, it's Sloaters. Yeah, I got the grapple beam. If you guys are just tuning in, you have no idea what's going on, welcome to Super Metroid Item Randomizer Tournament, where the items are randomized, but the hype is not. We have an exciting match going on in our double elimination tournament right here. This is a best of 3, only game 1 right now, so we have to see in the future who's going to move on here. But so this is basically the Super Metroid that you've known and loved since your childhood, except the items have been mixed around. Runners are going to have to figure out where the new item locations are and find all of the things that they're going to want to beat the game. Object is still the same. Kill all 4 bosses, which Sloaters just finished his first boss in Parade. Kill all 4 bosses, break the statues, and go kill Mother Brain.
Looks like Sloaters picked up Space Jump and also did not download the DLC.
What's the thing with what's the prom thing? I didn't really like. No, you called it the Create Stand-Up Glitch DLC.
Yeah,
like the prom.
And also if like when Kraid gets into prom, he just sorry, like it originated in Southern Kip stream, and basically he just gets into prom and wrecks it all if he And he stands up.
I thought it just meant that his date wasn't there because he got stood up.
Also, vanilla
Thanks.
Kraken.
I'm getting kicked out soon, guys. Don't worry.
That's fine, Cross.
Lord. Some people say I have a distinctive laugh. I don't know what they're talking about.
Moo also didn't get the DLC.
Dang.
No DLC today.
Bunch of cheapos. Maybe they'll get it for Halloween.
Or maybe for they'll go to Spore Spawn, who knows.
Yeah, I'm not buying you both DLC, son. Pick one.
It looks like Sloaters may have actually unequipped high jump for quick kill, because I just saw him re-equip it, but didn't see him unequip it.
I was thinking maybe he used it to jump into the mouth to get in the Kraid's lair, but I'm like, wait. You're supposed to have high jump boots to get in there. Alright, Sloaters doing the first hell run of today's match. Has 599 energy going in. Looking pretty solid.
Looks like Rumble is correcting me. He unequipped it for X-Ray. I completely forgot about that. Somehow.
Just an E-tank. It's hot in there. He's gonna need that juice to cool off.
I mean, I guess they can't cool off with Ice Beam since they already have it.
Maybe Samus... Yeah, that's a good point. If Samus has Ice Beam, why can't she just shoot herself? Why does she need Variasuit? Nice use of Spring Ball from the Sloaters there. That's what I like to see. I really just love seeing the runners, you know, be aware of what items they have, just because, especially since a lot of these guys, they run any percent, they run 100%, so at any given location on the map, they're used to having, you know, a set combination of items, so it's just really awesome to see them using what they got, you know?
Space Jump making Sloaters have an easy time here.
Yeah, nice Hellfly from Sloaters. So,
yeah, he's not running.
I'm not sure what happened, but Moo is up a reserve tank, but down an E-tank.
He didn't check high jump yet and picked up the reserve at a Brinstar reserve. I imagine he'll pick up his next E-tank now. I do like the call he made though, since going to ice or high jump boots, or if he goes to Ice Beam and takes a bunch of damage and then goes to high jump boots and there's an E-tank there, he'll get a full heal anyway, which is a nice call.
You definitely want to do your you want to start your hell runs when you have more health for sure. Otherwise, you know, it could be a waste of a refill also, like you said. I like this bomb farming strat. I tried it once, I think I died. Could also use grapple beam. Alright, Sloaters continuing to pick up super missiles. Not sure if he'll find charge beam, and even if he does, there's no guarantee of having anything better than charge ice, which would require 200 shots against the final boss. So. Well, well, they're brain too.
Moo Moo taking a save. Definitely not a bad choice.
Did Moo Moo eliminate Matlock? Does he mean Matrick? Yes, he does mean Matrick, and yes, he did eliminate Matrick. Matlock. We want Matlock. Alright, Sloaters just passed through the Brofist room. Gets another juice box.
So just a question, why do you call that room the Brofist room anyway? I remember you saying kind of looks like a fist,
it
but
does.
I can't see it.
Alright, not the bubbles, but like the background, like the open space over here where the rocket frog is. It looks like a fist.
I can kind of see it. Kind of.
Alright, we got one more major item for the runners will have to choose between Crocomire and Wrecked Ship, basically. Actually, no, Meridia is on the table too. And it is an ouch seed. Double ouch seed. And welcome to Sacred Hooves. I think he's going to be taking over. I was just keeping his spot warm so that he wouldn't, have to try to drive up on the sidewalk and circumvent all the traffic or something. I don't know. Anyway,
thanks, Chris.
Thanks for having me for the last 22 minutes, guys. You guys really have fun, enjoy this race. Make sure you follow these runners and follow these awesome 2 commentators, and they're gonna take you on home. Have a good one, guys.
See ya, Cross.
Make sure to follow Cross too, because he did me a solid while I was stuck in rush hour track roof in the middle of nowhere. What's up, everybody? From what I can gather, we have one boss down. We're all still trying to find Gravity and Varia, and we have Ice Beam.
So, looks like Sloaters is going to check Croc.
Not a bad choice. I mean, you're already in, the bowels of hell itself. You still haven't found Varia, which I can gather is not its speed booster, unless that's been revealed yet.
He's already checked all of Bubble Mountain.
Alrighty. So Crocomire it is. That's a very smart choice. Other than that, other options would be with Space Jump if you really want to go that distance. You could jump out and head over to Wrecked Ship as an option. And if you're feeling confident, you could always try to do a little suitless if that's your specialty.
I mean, if Croc has Varia, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sloaters do a suitless Meridia.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone dips off and heads down to Ridley afterwards.
But yeah, after Ridley, so I mean. But yeah.
But looking at these super counts, holy crow, we're 23 minutes in, almost 24 minutes in. We have Sloaters, who has a max of 35, and Moo, who has a max of 45. That is impressive. Heavy super missile seed.
Crocomire with the best hitbox in the game, even better than Bot Boon.
I know, right? Biggest hitbox in the universe. Still can't score a hit sometimes. Yay, energy! Did Sloaters check the left side of Bubble Mountain with the Norfair Reserve?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just an E-Tank.
I was hoping that maybe Moo Moo found something like a hidden gold mine. Oh well. Here's hoping Grapple has some treasures. Speed Booster would be a great one.
I mean, the best one they could get is Varia Suit.
This is true. At best, Vario would be an awesome thing. It'd be defense, they'd be able to withstand the heat, they could attempt lava dives, and they could definitely add a lot to their arsenal to move around with.
Because Grapple Beam is the only item in Lower Norfair worth checking anymore. Or not Lower Norfair, Upper Norfair. So, and it's just... It's a Y tank, or a Nope tank.
Or for those that played the original Randomizer, it's a Kappa. Such a disappointment when you find those.
And in Route Randos, it's a Franker Z.
This is true, I forgot about that. Alright, so this pretty much checks off everything in the upper half of Norfair as good, right?
That is everything in Upper Norfair. And it's all trash.
So what would your move be here? What is your plan, knowing that you've only taken down one boss, still have 3, and have not found a suit down where you could possibly need it the most?
Well, the best choice now, since they're not in go mode, is to just go direct ship, as horrible as that is.
I mean, it sounds horrible, but that's probably the most logical play to make, as you're going to have a little more fun.
I mean, it is the most logical choice. It's just, I mean, you're already down in Norfair, and the choice you made just completely failed. So now you just have to go back up anyway. But on another note, the runners themselves didn't really have very much to get direct ship, since they didn't have speed boost. I mean, they could do the spring ball jump in, which is actually not too horrible once you know how to do it, but it's not the best choice.
Sometimes your best choice isn't always your first choice, and sometimes your first choice has to be your worst choice. I mean, there is valuable options to get over there. Obviously, Grapple Beam would be one. Space Jump annihilates all that above else. You know, with the high jump boots, if you time it just directly, you could do a CWJ to get across the moat. As you already mentioned, you could do a Spring Ball. If you already had Speed Booster, you could just Ocean Fly and be done with it. But again, for Super Metroid, it has so many different things you could possibly do, just given certain items. And so many new opportunities are being opened up every single time people play.
So as someone in chat is pointing out, they did get grapple, but that was already when you were heading down. Sloater's getting debated by that crab. And at this rate, it really looks like they're getting ready for a chargeless seed. And also, before the match, Sloaters promised a one-round Fantoon, so we better see that for a riot. Just kidding. And Mumu just seeing that reserve tank, and he doesn't want it. Phantoon giving some decent patterns. But he's getting trolled by the missiles. This game's self-aware. It's giving a fast when you can't do anything with it. And Sloater's having a pretty good Phantoon. Aside from the wasted fast. But he really couldn't do anything about it. So, for Sloaters, he picks up Variasuit at the right side super missile, and looks like Moo might be heading into Meridia. That is an interesting play. So, definitely looks like it was a wreck ship early seed. And we're gonna see some spring ball jumps from Moo. That's exciting. And since Sloaters is already here, he's gonna just explore the rest of Wreck Ship, I imagine. And also put into use that a grapple beam will one-shot the crabs. So yeah, Sloaters is gonna check the rest of Wreck Ship. And the question here is Moo going to check Mama Turtle or not? So it looks like Moo is going to go to Mama Turtle, as at the same time Sloaters is going to check the item at Wreck Ship Reserve, and it's Spacer. So I don't think we'll see him heading back for it. So, depending on what Moo does, this may pay off really well. Oh, okay. I thought he was about to make the mistake of standing on Mama Turtle as she gets out of the ground, and it's just another Nope tank. That is really upsetting. I mean, how many reserve tanks is that now? 3? I think that might be the 3rd reserve. And this pirate room is pretty dangerous, so he needs to be careful. Also, it's pretty difficult to get out the way he's about to go, so actually he has Spring Ball, so he'll be able to get out. And Screw Attack, that'll make the lower north area quite a bit easier on Slither since he doesn't have any beams to take care of the key hunters. So I imagine we'll see Slithers heading down to lower north there now. Mumu's health is also just a bit concerning after that Mama Turtle check. And also, Sacred did say he had something to do really quickly, so he'll be back in a minute. So now another question. Is Mumu gonna bother checking Sandpit, or is he just gonna go straight into go straight to Bot Loom? Also, Sloater showing us how to do it with Spring Ball. So it looks like he might be skipping Sandpit. And if he gets Gravity at Bot Room, he's gonna get paid off immensely.
I apologize, I have my co-commentator in my hands. So I see we found Varia over in the wrecked ship, and we can see Mumu right now with grapple beam in hand, attempting to do suitless, hoping for gravity maybe?
I mean, that's what I'd imagine.
I mean, at this point, if the wrecked ship had gravity, the only other place gravity would be is a very long descent down where Sloaters is headed down to Ridley's Canaveral.
I mean, Mumu did not check Sandpit, though, which is what worries me. Because gravity could be there, and because there's so many items that Mumu hasn't checked, he really should be looking for gravity in Meridia.
Yes, indeed. Just to call back to a match that was before, Balthazar versus Just Defend. Case in point, gravity was indeed in a sandpit. So you never know. Mumu definitely making great use of all these supers he has, plugging away at Botwoon. There he goes, finally blows up. Let's see if the first slug was worth it and if he's actually being magical.
I mean, they did increase the rate of a suitless Meridia to about 10% in a new rando, so this could be interesting. Wow! Oh my! Holy crap! That is huge for Mumu. Wow.
Risk taken and risk paid off. Mumu Diddy with the save after Botwoon getting gravity will be able to finish Meridia all the way to the full, has the grappling beam so could fry the shrimp and has more than enough munition to pound it away. Sloaters meanwhile took about 5 to 6 shots, opened the gate, and behind Golden Chorizo only found an energy tank. So now we'll continue to slog to Ridley, but wow, gravity at Botwoon. Like magic.
Now the real question, though, what is Mumu gonna do after killing Dragon? Because Now he's in a position where he knows that he could be in a huge lead right now, because he actually went and took the risk and checked Suitless Meridia, but now he needs to wonder, where is Varia? Because he could decide to clear all of Suitless Meridia, or go straight to Wreck Ship and find it at the Wreck Ship Super, and not even have to check any of Wreck Ship.
Where Wreck Ship is currently the closest next to Moo for ease of access, that would be a smart play. But Moo could possibly be thinking, with gravity, could just take the risk and go down into Norfair, go all the way to Ridley and pound out Ridley, and then go to the Wreck Ship to find the surprise later on. Because who knows, if he finds Charge Beam down here and then takes the Sandpit and finds Plasma, just putting it out there as a possibility, he could X-Ray, if he finds X-Ray Scope on the way, the crap out of Fantoon.
I mean, the only problem there is he doesn't have the power bombs for the Crystal Flash. Because they basically made it so that Varia is required. I mean, it's not required, but it's basically forced. Looks like we're having some fried shrimp today.
Swiss cheese fried shrimp. Don't forget, he pumped them full of supers first.
And finding X-ray scope. But this is a really interesting match now. And Sloater is about to go into Ridley, farming just a bit. I mean, we might see a Spring Ball check. That is very possible. And that also worries me just a bit, because as we know, Varia is not at Spring Ball. But it can't be a reserve tank since we've seen all four. Is there a problem if I might?
Not that I'm hearing, no.
Oh, can Moo kill the Plasma Pirates? This could be really bad for him.
He has to be very careful about it, but he can use power bombs to take these pirates out.
But he can only take out the ones on a wall, so unless he gets like Speed Booster or Charge Beam here, he can't kill the Plasma Pirates. And it looks like he realized that at the last moment and is leaving the area. Very good call.
And what was behind Ridley? Did not get a chance to see that.
I didn't see it either. I doubt it was anything useful. It was just an E-tank. And it looks like we're going through Forgotten Highway. Forgotten Highway getting a use.
Use indeed, but Moo better hurry, because Sloaters is only going to have to go halfway through Meridia before Suitless ends. And if Sloaters is any bit good with Suitless Meridia, Moo has to really make some pace now. I
mean, it just depends on how much Sloaters is gonna check. And well, since he really is in go mode now if he's going to, Sorry, he's really in go mode now if he doesn't, care that much for gravity, and I don't think he does. And also, as someone... Is Forgotten Highway the true DLC? Actually, thinking about it, Sloaters really has no choice except to go Suitless Meridia. Since he's checked every other item and can't pick up anything else. So, both of the runners are about to figure out, or Mumu's about to get in go mode, but Sloaters is already kind of in go mode now. It all depends on what he checks. Like, if he checks Mama Turtle... Also, Sloaters, remembering he doesn't have Speed Booster. Usually you end up having to go that path anyway. And then once you get there without Speed Booster, it's a fun surprise.
I can see our favorite resident Fantoon is not playing nice with his patterns, giving Mumu a bit of a fast pattern right there. Or, excuse me, a slow pattern. And then opens up with a fast. The unpredictability of Fantoon and RNGs is at work, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, it looks like Sloaters is going to go through Suitless Meridia. Maybe we'll even see some of his crab climb strats. And I know Sloaters is well versed in Suitless Meridia.
Alright, Mumu finally getting the ghost to give it up. As Sloaters indeed beginning to climb through Suitless Meridia. You know, I gotta say one thing about Suitless Meridia that's nice from the viewing perspective. It's a very interesting piece of artwork being done by a person ever so precisely to get across one place that's normally not reachable like this. It's quite interesting to see.
Looks like Sloaters missed a spring ball jump. And Mumu about to pick up his various suit and get into go mode.
Go mode indeed. If he had Speed Booster, the trip to Ridley would be that much quicker and put that much more pressure on Sloaters, but again, we still currently do not know the whereabouts of Speed Booster.
I mean, it's either in Gauntlet or Plasma or Beam or Spring Ball.
True, and we still haven't found Charge Beam yet either, which is also disappointing.
I mean, I think this is a chargeless seed.
Chargeless seed, huh?
Mumu is picking up more supers. And as it stands, it looks like he only needs one more missile pack to be able to kill Mother Brain without having to leave and refill. And Sloaters still needs at least 3 supers and 1 missile. And looks like Sloaters is gonna check Mama Turtle and see a Y tank.
Y tank, huh? That's what we're calling it nowadays?
Either a Y tank or a Nope tank.
I'm starting to feel like that reserve tanks are becoming the new drug PSA of the 90s.
Also, Cruel, thank you for subscribing to Speed Gaming with a $5 sub.
Woo!
And seeing the Y tank. And yeah, as I thought, Moo is not going to check the rest of wreck ship since there's nothing in there that could really help him out except for Charge Beam. Except it can't help him out too much. So now this is just a battle of movement.
My apologies to Speed Gaming and the people watching. I have a very active house where I live. But yes, just to recap, Momo DD found what Sloaters will find very shortly just after Batoon, the boon of gravity, to be able to move through that much quicker. And unfortunately, I don't think Dragon had anything special, or did we not check Dragon?
Dragon had X-ray, so it was very special. Looks like Sloaters is gonna pick up Crab Supers.
These guys really love their supers. Moo was 70 max. Sloaters with only 50 max, but going for more. I mean, yeah. I guess in this case, where we're going pretty much chargeless, you can never have enough supers.
I mean, now it's just a race with movement. It's like Sloaters' movement against Moo's movement. Since they're both in go mode.
I mean, at this point, when you got all these supers, beats not having beams, but at the same time, and shoutouts to Mumu shooting the door with a super, $2 to Desi. Not having any beams does make this difficult where you only have ice and you don't even have access to charge, so you can't even use the power bomb combo with it, which is kind of depressing. You only really have that one form of shot, and it's kind of weak. But yet we can see that both players are making great uses of all their other skills and weapons just to make up for it. And Sloaters almost overshot there, but makes the rebound.
Also, Sloaters with these really good grapple jumps, and also remembering that there's a POW imp right above that one platform, so he was able to get up without having to climb up Main Street again. Which is really nice. So now the real question, is Sloaters going to check left sandpit?
If he does and he finds Speed Booster, he's really going to put Mumu right into a hard spot. Yes, Mumu just has to get down and over to Ridley, not a problem, has enough supers in the tank to take him out. But if Sloaters finds Speed Booster before Batoon in the sandpits, which does not look like he's checking, he could have quickly wrapped this all up, no problem.
If he found Speed Booster, though, he'd have to get out of Meridia and go all the way back through. So that would have made it even more interesting.
Actually, good point. That would actually stink. Maybe he'll check it on his way out.
I highly doubt it.
Time will tell. You never know.
I mean, I imagine once he kills Dragon, he's just gonna head straight to Tourian.
That would definitely be the smart play. Oh, hey, where was Screw Attack?
Screw Attack was at Gravity Suit.
Ah, Mumu just plowed through Wreck Ship and exited, that's right. Slaughter's here now, having his battle with the Sea Snake Batoon as Mumutiti enters the worst room of the game, and without Screw Attack, he is starting to find out why it's the worst room of the game.
Also, Sloater's being really careful since if he doesn't kill Batoon, he soft locks. And he's about to find his Graphy suit. I really like the risk that Mumu took to get Gravity Suit super early.
It was definitely a good payoff, and if he can get to Ridley really quickly before before Sloaters gets into the door of Dragon, that would definitely help him out. But there it is, the touch of gravity will now get his normal speed back, and is probably going to whiz his way through Dragon's little death trap beforehand.
Also, since Mumu doesn't have Screw Attack, Lower Norfair is going to be quite a bit more dangerous.
You said it. Currently has 158 plus change on the reserves for remaining energy, just because he did not get the ability doesn't even have Charge Beam, so can't even pseudo screw to get past the Key Hunters at all. Is running very, very low on energy. Has to be very careful. Getting a little bit bodied by the Desigas here. 71 and change. 31 and change. This is going to be really tight here.
Oh,
Does
doing
the double
Keiko.
Kago down to 50. Does not have enough to kill the Flash. One more hit and this is not good. And makes the dance work.
I mean, he also needs to farm.
Desperately. Mumu in a bad way here is stuck in Farmsville. Meanwhile, Sloaters is having to dance off the electrical field in Dragon's Pit, getting ready to have her dance. And Sloaters setting up for the fry.
Looks like he
Just missed the hitbox for it.
And did he get Permagood? I can't tell.
No, he did not get Permagooed. But he unfortunately did take one off the wrong center, so unfortunately Dragon did not react. Here comes the second pass. Reacting. And plants it perfect.
And even more fried shrimp.
This time, without the Swiss cheese. Mumu gonna run in here with 653 in the tank, 35 supers, and 10 reggaes, and begins the fight with Ridley.
And does not want X-ray.
Mumu here just finally misses one missile, but is just hammering away on that super button like no tomorrow. Gives Spam a whole new meaning. One stray super, but will jump up into Ridley, and Ridley is now down. So it's now a legitimate race to Tourian. And he who screws up first is not having a good time.
Well, the only thing is that Sloaters needs some more ammo. He's a super pack and 2 missile packs short, or just 2 supers.
This is true again. We have not found charge beams, so that does not help us out a lot.
Because the bare minimum is 210, but you could but with 216 you're able to go through Mother Brain and not have to break the glass beforehand.
And I gotta agree with Chad on this one. I don't think it was wise for Mumu to pass up that energy tank inside of Ridley's room, especially having to pass through the Key Hunters, only having 520 exiting the room. Just a little less than he went in with.
Mumu going for that clip and Wasteland.
Sloaters on his way out, finds more supers, says yes please.
doesn't look like he, or it looks like he is going to watering hole. I guess it's 2 free miners.
Mm.
Whereas Moo Moo can just go straight to Tourian right now.
Oh yeah. Save one quick stop to pick up some little refill at the ship, and
Also,
wow.
double supers. So it looks like that Sloaters is in the best position right now, since he's really close to the ship, while Moo Moo is still in Norfair.
I gotta say, I'm now curious as to where the rest of our beams and speed booster has been.
It's probably been the other Meridia items and Waterway.
Yeah, Mumu here is putting a big emphasis on tanking damage right now. Thankfully, it's in the upper part of Norfair, so won't have to worry about damage too much, but holy crap. That's going to be the tankiest lower Norfair I've ever seen thus far in this tourney. But again, the race to the ship for a refill and the race to Tourian has definitely begun in a big way. Mumu almost forgot that he did not have a speed booster.
So I'm looking at a list of all the major items, and it looks like the main ones that they haven't checked are Gauntlet, Waterway, and and a lot of the Meridia ones, which are. So you know what? There's a really high chance that there's a beam or speed booster in Gauntlet, and like 1 out of 6 that it's just an E-tank or something like that.
Then there's a higher chance with speed boosters hiding. That would be funny if speed booster was hiding charge on the wrecked ship. I mean, we've seen some other funny, instances and stuff happen before. We can see Sloaters, even though he has a commanding lead and the opportunity to do it, does not want to check Gauntlet and is going to keep on running.
Well, nothing can be in wreck ship anymore since Spacer's at the other item at reserve. And also Terminator with Ice Beam is just horrible. Oh yeah, chat is calling me out there. I'm messed up with my math.
Laser was wreck ship reserve, okay. Speed at Gauntlet for sure. Speed at Gauntlet would be a very interesting thing.
So there are probably 2 E-tanks, maybe even 3 out there.
Where is Mumu going? Up the tower for no good reason. I'm kidding. He's actually trying to get to the ship so he can refill and then start his descent to Tourian.
And Sloater's making a safety save.
Safety save! As for why Mumu did not go through Meridia to get to the ship, that's beyond me. That would definitely have been the faster route to take, but sometimes some players have a difference in opinion on how fast things go.
Not having speed boost is just you could just see how people play differently based on items they're used to having. For example, yeah. I mean, Tourian is just slightly different without speed booster. Yeah, Sloaters that has a huge lead right now. Looks like he is not going for baby skip. Which I guess makes sense since he doesn't have any of the... He doesn't have charge beam, and you'd have to refill missiles anyway.
Well, started to do what looked like a beginning of a baby skip, and then just got munched. Because it looked like he put his energy down to a very deliberate total. I don't know if he was trying to keep it there or not.
No, I would highly doubt it. Very interesting, though. That he's not going to open up all the doors. He's just going to open a one. I guess it does make sense, though.
Shoutouts to 69. And there it goes. So this is going to be a different type of Zeb skip, just a basic ice beam. Didn't look too hard though.
Sloat is being very careful with his super count.
Gotta be careful not to waste the super here, otherwise it's a reset. Oof. Nothing worse than taking an onion ring trying to set up.
I guess it's... Luckily, Moo picked up bombs earlier because he just got grabbed.
Indeed. Sloater is taking some slight buffer damage to avoid that catch-up. Appears to have done enough. He does not want to go for a stand-up, so...
I mean,
in the face.
Stand-up would save time because you can move the Metroid around, but it's not too practical since you don't have any of the... You don't have charge. Or a good beam.
This is true. Would have been fun to show off, though. And Mumu not bothering with the skip either. Again, for beam reasons.
Also, 2 Metroids on the screen at the same time.
I know, right? And Mumu just opened up the first door, too.
So if he were to missile every door, he'd have 14 supers of leeway. Or did I... Wait, no, 14 missiles of leeway, not supers. So you could miss 4 supers and 2 missiles. And as it looks, it's going to be 2 missiles of leeway and 2 supers of leeway.
Gotta take what you need.
But it looks like we're going to have a high five in the Mother Brain Room.
Possibly, if Mumu can break the tank fast enough. Double exploding mother brains.
So
but as
Mumu
one
can...
rises, one falls. I'm sorry.
Mumu can only miss 2 supers now.
And a not-so-big surprise, we're gonna see non-speed booster escape.
And it looks like Sloaters remembered it.
which is good, and he also mockballed, so that helped a little bit.
Moo Moo in the catch-up phase now.
And
Starting
eats
to tank
ketchup.
some hits. And he's through. Now we might see an animal visit, but I would doubt it. And left side climb from Sloaters. And Sloaters is now done, and he has got done with an official SRL time of 1:11:15. So GG to Sloaters.
GG indeed. Meanwhile, we have Moo Moo, who's entering the third phase of Mother Brain. Wow, I can talk. I apologize. My co-commentator's feeling really talkative all of a sudden.
Which co-commentator?
My child.
Yeah, I'm just making a joke.
Trust me, I would never pick on anyone else like that.
Nah, it's fine.
Also, shoutouts to the sound guy for thank you for lowering Mother Brain sound effects.
Now the real question is, will Moo Moo decide to check on the animals? Since Sloaters has already got done, there's no punishment for checking them. Also, we can figure out where the rest of the items were. I'm thinking there's something really good in Gauntlet, though. I'm really feeling it. And Charge Beam was in Gauntlet, so that would have been a huge save. You know, seems like all the beams were in areas that would have just been taken way too long to check, except for Gauntlet. And Speed was at Wreck Ship Reserve, so that would have been very interesting had Sloaters decided to check it.
Speed was actually at the reserve tank of Meridia, so if he went into the sand pit, he
Or
would
not,
have
my
found Speed.
bad. I said the wrong thing again.
Yes.
I meant Reserve, Meridia Reserve.
But yeah, Gauntlet holding charge. Wow. Get a charge out of that one.
Yeah, so it would have been a soft lock, as Bugs pointed out. And Mumu Diddy has done with an official SRL time of 1:15 in a 1:15.00 in the SRL chat. So GG to Mumu.
GG indeed. Well, Blue Plasma, it's been my pleasure to commentate with you, and Cross Product, thank you for holding my spot for me while I got home from work. It's been a fun race.
Thank you for commentating with me, Sacred.
Always a pleasure. And again, apologies to my newborn daughter cutting in every now and again, because that's how she gets my attention.
So, I'm just gonna pull up this schedule real quick and see what other matches are going to be happening later today. So it looks like there aren't any more matches going on today, but it looks like tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. and going on to 4 p.m., Cross Product and Karen are going to be having their 3 games, so that will be very interesting. It's going to be on Speed Gaming 1. And White Mage Becky and Alucard 2004 are going to have their 3 matches starting at 6:30 and ending at 9:30. Or, well, or going up until probably 11. So those are some good matches that you should look out for. And also, everyone get your gear forces ready. And then in 2 more days, you'll get Game 1 through 3 of Galamaz versus Elminster, which is a winner's bracket round 4. That's also going to be a very interesting game. And also Game 1 for Southern Kip and Kekim Shoyu at 11 p.m. So yeah, looks like there's going to be a lot of good matches starting tomorrow. So that's it for me with commentary. So as always, go follow the runners. They did really well this race. This especially with Mumu's wrist, that was very insane that he would go into Meridia that early. That was a really crazy risk. So definitely follow the runners. And that's it for me, and thank you all for watching. See you next mission.